safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Hello everyone, and a better Saturday to you all. I'm your host Emma, and welcome to Sussexful, where we tell it like it is. No filters, no royal spin. Today, we're diving into the latest drama, King Charles, Prince William, and royal experts deceiving the public once again. This time with the news about Prince Andrew supposedly relinquishing his royal titles. Now let's be real. What Chucky should do is take back Andrew's 34-room mansion, just like he took back Harry and Meghan's asbestos-filled 3-room so-called wedding present. And remember, he didn't even refund the £2 million the Sussexes spent on repairs. This was a clear attack on Harry and Meghan. They really need to focus on the Commonwealth and on England, because the British establishment has never been truly liked in America. They're the ones constantly reporting on the Sussexes, and honestly, they created this global Sussex obsession. For all we know, it could even be deliberate. Their reign is ending. We've entered the Age of Aquarius, 5D and beyond, while they're stuck in 3D, the lowest vibration, which, in my opinion, is basically hell. And as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because this is Sussexful, where truth always shines through the royal fog. The deception of the royal family. The British public has once again been subjected to the royal family's deception as they announce Prince Andrew's relinquishment of his military titles and royal patronages. This move, orchestrated by King Charles and Prince William, is yet another attempt to mislead the people and divert attention from the real issues plaguing the monarchy. The royal experts, ever eager to defend the institution, will undoubtedly spin this as a bold and necessary decision. But the truth is far more sinister. What the public deserves is transparency and accountability, not empty gestures and false narratives. The Sussex family, whom the British media has relentlessly targeted, have shown more integrity and honesty than the very institution they have left behind. It is time for the British people to demand better from their leaders and to see through the veil of deception that the royal family continues to cast over the nation. The relinquishing of Andrew's royal titles. King Charles's decision to revoke Prince Andrew's royal titles was a clear and decisive move, signaling his intention to distance the monarchy from the controversies surrounding the Duke of York. The public has largely welcomed this action, viewing it as a necessary step to maintain the integrity and reputation of the royal family. While the motives behind this decision may be multifaceted, it is widely believed that Charles is taking a firm stance to protect the institution he will one day lead as king. By stripping Andrew of his titles, the monarch has demonstrated a willingness to make tough choices, even when it involves his own family members. This bold move has been praised by royal experts and the general public alike, as it reinforces the idea that no one is above the rules and responsibilities that come with being a member of the British royal family. The mansion controversy. King Charles's recent reclaiming of his 34-room mansion has sparked outrage, particularly when compared to the modest 3-room wedding gift provided to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This stark contrast highlights the financial implications and necessary repairs that the king must now undertake on his lavish property. While the public may view this as another example of the royal family's perceived excesses, royal experts argue that the move is a strategic one to consolidate the crown's assets and streamline its operations. However, the optics of the king seizing back a grand estate, even if legally justified, have done little to improve the public's perception of the monarchy's priorities during these challenging economic times. the British media's unrelenting focus on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has been, honestly, a consistent source of concern. The intensity and frequency with which they report on the couple's every move suggests a pretty deliberate effort to maintain global interest in the Sussex family. This relentless scrutiny has, without a doubt, taken a toll on the public image of Prince Harry and Meghan, as they're forced to navigate the intrusive and often hostile spotlight. The potential that this global interest is being cultivated and amplified by the British establishment is a troubling prospect, one that really speaks to the power dynamics at play within the monarchy and the media landscape. As the Sussex family continues to navigate these challenging waters, it's clear that the British institution is determined to maintain control over the narrative, regardless of the impact on the individuals involved. The transition from the so-called Age of Aquarius to the fifth dimension and beyond, well, it really does represent a profound shift in human consciousness, one that the British royal family, to be honest, has struggled to fully embrace. As the world moves toward a higher vibrational state of being, the rigid structures and outdated traditions of the monarchy seem, increasingly out of touch with the zeitgeist. The perception of the royal family in the third dimension has become tarnished, with many people viewing them as out-of-touch elites clinging to a bygone era. King Charles and his heirs must find a way to adapt and evolve if they hope to maintain any semblance of relevance in the changing tides of the 21st century. The days of unquestioning deference to the crown are definitely waning, and the royal family must learn to navigate the complexities of this new, more progressive era. The British media's incessant reporting on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has only served to, further entrench the notion that the British public holds a certain disdain for America and its people. Despite the lack of a significant British population in the United States, the relentless scrutiny and criticism directed at the Sussexes suggest a deeper underlying resentment. Perhaps it's a lingering remnant of the colonial era, or maybe a sense of cultural superiority. But the British seem determined to maintain a narrative that portrays America in a negative light. This constant barrage of negative coverage, coupled with the apparent unwillingness to reconcile the past, has only widened the divide between the two nations, making it, increasingly difficult for any genuine understanding or appreciation to take root. The potential end of the royal family's reign really does loom on the horizon, as they face mounting challenges in the current climate. King Charles and Prince William, along with the rest of the royal experts, have once again attempted to deceive the public with the news of Prince Andrew relinquishing his royal titles. However, this tactic is, honestly, merely a desperate attempt to cling to their dwindling power and influence. The royal family must adapt and evolve if they hope to maintain any semblance of relevance in the rapidly changing world. They can no longer rely on their traditional methods of control and manipulation as the public's trust in the monarchy continues to erode. The Age of Aquarius and the shift towards higher dimensions have rendered the royal family's reign obsolete, consigning them to the confines of the lowest, most hellish dimensions of existence. The British public, who have never truly been enamored with their American counterparts, have been the driving force behind the global fascination with the Sussexes, perhaps even as a deliberate ploy to undermine the royal family's hold on power. The future of the monarchy hangs in the balance, and the royal family must take decisive action to reinvent themselves if they wish to survive the tumultuous times ahead. The actions of the royal family have far-reaching implications for the British public and the future of the monarchy itself. By repeatedly deceiving the people they are meant to serve, the royals have eroded public trust and, honestly, undermined their own legitimacy. The consequences of this could be severe, as the monarchy's continued relevance in the modern, increasingly egalitarian world becomes more tenuous with each scandal. The royal family's deception speaks to a concerning disregard for transparency and accountability. If the public cannot rely on the royals to be forthcoming, it really does call into question the very foundation of the monarchy's relationship with the people. This could spur increased scrutiny, demands for reform, or even a growing Republican sentiment that seeks to abolish the institution altogether. Moreover, the global reach of these scandals means the tarnished reputation of the British monarchy is felt far beyond the UK's borders. In an age where public figures are held to ever higher standards, the royal family's missteps could have profound ramifications for the United Kingdom's standing on the world stage. Their ability to effectively represent and promote British interests may become seriously compromised. Ultimately, the royal family must reckon with the broader societal implications of their actions. Restoring public trust will require a genuine commitment to honesty, responsibility, and adapting to the changing expectations of a modern, interconnected world. The future of the monarchy hangs in the balance,